Hey folks, this is Dr. Scherning. I'm going to give you a tutorial on this great USDA website, shifts in growing degree days, plant hardiness zones, and heat zones. Like any good government website, this has both wonderful information and impenetrable giant walls of text. Let's walk through this. Let's learn how to skip the giant walls of text. So start at the link that I shared, and then you're going to go to here, down at the bottom. The story map can be accessed here. That's what we want to use is the story map. It'll take a minute to load up, and you'll see a system with two sliders here. If you want to read all about this, you can read the introduction and everything. It's cool. It'll give you information you need, but the tools are down here with this second slider. Growing degree days, plant hardiness zones, and heat zones. I'm going to do the walkthrough with plant hardiness zones because the guts of all of these maps are the same. If you can navigate one, you're going to be able to navigate them all. All right. It takes a little while for this thing to load. In this initial map, it's garbage. I don't love it. In all three of these boxes, the growing degree days box, the plant hardy zone box, the heat zone, you want to go to the click here part. This is going to get you the detailed, zoomable information that'll be useful for you as you look at what's going on in your area. All right, so we got the whole United States here. I don't know if I trust the data past the border. I feel like it doesn't look quite right. I would just trust this within the bounds of the continental United States. I'm going to zoom in here on Iowa, my home state. So right now, what we're looking at are the plant hardiness zones. We can see that they're color coded here. This is the same as you might find on the back of any decent seed packet. Right now, we're in zone 5. So if I want to look at future projections, this is an important step. Look at these guys here. There's your information box, learn about the map, and here's where to show map contents and change map variables. So if we get into that, you want to click on this middle one here and expand that menu. And these are the different maps that we can look at for any part of the continental US. Our historical plant hardiness zones, which is going to be in data from 1980 to 2009. And then we can look at different time points, quarter century, mid-century, end of century at two different scenarios, RCP 8.5 and RCP 4.5. What's important to know? 8.5 is if we don't make any changes to our emissions pathway. 4.5 is if we make some pretty moderate changes to our emissions pathway, very doable. I personally think the evidence suggests that 4.5 is your more likely modeling. So let's look at that and see how we can get the map to change over. You will be able to switch between 4.5 and 8.5 without resetting the map. It only changes when you hit that button. And you can see the zone shift, right? So let's unclick that. Look, what if we looked at the 8.5 scenario for quarter century? Different, right? Goes back to historical when I don't click either of them. And there's 4.5. I bet that you can figure it out. Let's go up, we'll do the most extreme scenario, right? Look at 2070, 8.5. We see the colors are changing. How do you get back to look at the key to see what the zones are, right? Click there on those bulleted points. These are the two icons that you're going to need to utilize any of the three story maps. Don't forget where you got to scroll down and click here to get into the manipulatable story map. And you can get very fine grained with this thing. You can zoom in very far and you'll see that it will populate with the names of towns and counties as you get further in. I hope that this tutorial is useful for you. I hope it gives you a jumping off point to find resources that'll be useful for you and your plant growing needs. And I wish you the best. Bye.